Welcome back. Happy Friday, y'all. I hope you're having fun and staying safe. So, today we are going to keep it very short and straight to the point. I think I always do that, don't I? Okay, so in today's lesson, I am going to show you how to change the sky and take your photo from this to a dramatic look. So without further ado, let's jump into this tutorial. So the first thing we are going to do is to find the perfect sky replacement. So I already have a picture that I think is wow. So I'm going to drag it in, but I want to crop the bottom off. So I'm going to use my marquee tool, rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle for the area that I want to include. And I'm going to right click and create a copy. And I'm going to use my move tool. I'm going to drag that and drop it into our working file. Are you sure you want to convert this color? We want to say yes. So we bring it in here. Oh, and it fits perfectly with our landscape. The other thing that I want to do is I want to use the entire sky. So I'm going to hold down my shift and I'm going to stretch this so we have a sky like this. So now that we have our sky in, we want to turn this off and we want to make a selection of our existing sky. So with my quick select tool, I'm going to make a quick selection and I'm going to turn back on my new sky that I want to add. I'm going to press, you want to make sure you are on the right layer, right click and make a copy. We are going to turn off the one that we brought in since we don't need it anymore. We are missing the tower portion of the building, so we'll go ahead and use the layer mask to show that. We are going to reduce our sky so we can see it. So I'm going to pick my lasso tool and I'm just going to draw this, and since it's very faint, it's not easy to pick that up. So we have something like this. I'm going to increase my overall, and with my paint bucket, I'm just going to paint in this area so we can see it. It's showing. I'm going to press Command D to deselect. I'm going to paint this area so we can see it as well. I'm going to zoom out. So now that we have this, the next thing we want to go ahead and do is that we want to add a levels adjustment. So you want to click on your adjustment option and click on levels. We want to go ahead and move our sliders to give us that nice and warm effect that we want on our image. So we're going to do something like this. So I like the way it is. The other thing that you want to do to make your sky even a little bit more dramatic is that we want to have a reflection of our sky in the water. So I'm going to make a duplicate of my sky, Command J to make a duplicate. With my move tool, I'm going to hold down my shift and I'm going to drag this down like that. And I'm going to double click to deselect and then reduce the opacity. Reduce the opacity of the bottom one. So we have something like this. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. We want to blur out our sky a little. So we have something like this. We're going to change the blend option to hard light. And I'm going to use my brush tool. I'm going to use my brush with my foreground as black to hide. I'm going to select my layer mask and I'm going to paint over this area so we can get rid of the other portion of the sky on the building, which obviously we don't need. So we have something like this. Now, the next thing you want to go ahead and add is your hue. So we're going to click on our adjustment, and then we are going to choose hue and saturation. So this is where we increase and intensify our colors. So I'm going to do something like this and just move my sliders till you get the exact effect that you want. You don't want it to be too much. You want to keep it natural, but at the same time have some depth. So now that we have this, so we sort of have this sky reflection in our water. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to go ahead and show you the before and after. So you want to hold down Alt and click on the visibility for your background. It will turn off everything. So this is the before and this is the after. It gives it a very dramatic look. Now, the last thing we want to do is to add a camera raw effect to boost up all the final touches. So you want to press Shift Alt Command E on your keyboard. It will generate one file for you. You want to go to Filter, Camera Raw, and you want to go ahead and play with your vibrance like so. You want to take your contrast in a little, or you can take it back depending on how you want it. My exposure, I'm going to take it down a little like that. Oh, I like this effect. It looks really good. You can just play with all the different settings to get the exact effect that you want. And I think that I'm okay with this effect. I'm going to click OK. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the before and after. So I'm going to hold down my Alt. This is the before and this is the after. This is a very nice effect. Guys, this brings us to the end of this lesson. One trick that I've learned lately from one of my mentors is that if you have an image, to make it come to life, you will have to change up the background in terms of the sky to give it that wow factor. Take your dull image from this to a dramatic look so that you stand out among the many great artists out there. I know this tutorial is not the normal thing that I normally post, but I feel that it's very crucial that you all know about how to quickly change your background to give your image a dramatic look. So please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell for all future uploads. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.